Joe, sometimes I mean, I can hear people out there, oh, you guys are so insensitive. Okay. I'm not insensitive to people who are overweight. I am overweight. Okay. But here's the thing though. Does society and everybody out there have to, let's say, because a lot of people become overweight, and I've been through this in my life, so it's not like I'm pointing the finger. Okay. When you eat a certain way and you gain weight and you don't do anything about it, you have what's called an eating disorder. That's how people get really, really big. My family's full of people who are heavy. So I sympathize. I went through it in my life, but you got to change your life at some point. But having said all that, does society really have to change and uproot everything to accommodate me and my disorder? And the reason why I say that, Joe, I want to play this clip and I need your comments. You got to help me with this.
This petition right here is solely about getting free seats for people of size. Let me clarify. This petition is about ensuring that air travel is comfortable for everyone, regardless of their size. This petition is about plus size people, tall people, people with disabilities, and so many more. However, as a plus size traveler myself, I'm speaking on behalf of myself and plus size travelers everywhere who have also experienced discomfort and discrimination while traveling. We are calling on the FAA to require that all airlines implement a clear customer size policy. This policy should include clear guidelines on accommodating larger passengers. Travelers of size often face physical discomfort and health risks when forced to occupy only one seat on an airplane. This petition is not just about free seats for travelers of size. It's about creating a more inclusive and accessible environment for all.
So, Joe, help me with this, please. I mean, here's the thing. Tall people? No. Tall people, they're fine in an airline seat, okay? You say disabled people, there's accommodations for disabled people. We have a disability, Americans with Disabilities Act, okay? We accommodate people with disabilities or a tall person who's born that way. You don't want to change your life and you want the airline to take 2 seats and make them 1 seat for you. And yes, it is about them losing money because that's how they get paid. That's how they make money. Now, accommodation, I don't know if I owned an airline, Joe, how I would accommodate this woman. But one thing I do know is this. She wants the government to tell the airlines that you need to take 2 on every flight. Probably you have to take a number of seats and you have to take 2 seats and turn them into 1 for people like her. Joe, help me here, please.
Well, a couple comments. I'm going to take it in a different direction. Petitions go in the circular file. That's the garbage. They're an absolute waste of time. I get them all the time. Catholic petitions. They're absolutely useless. I'll tell you what works. Sending emails to people, flooding their inbox. That's an attention getter. It's still not going to move the dial. What does work is financial boycotts. People who have issues should stop giving money to people who basically slap them across the face. Let me just make that general statement.
Okay.
Next statement. Ultimately, she's riding the wave. Listen, in every movement in life, every era in life, there are sadly winners and losers that are defined by the culture. Just like during COVID, there were winners and losers defined by the government, particularly businesses. If you worked at Lowe's, you won. If you had a hardware store, independent, you lost. The government decided the winner and the loser. She's riding a wave. And I mean, it's basically many people are doing that right now. It's what's quote unquote in, what's put forth as valuable. To be truthful with you, I don't think she's going to get anywhere. But at the same time, a lot of people are doing it, Joe. They see it an opening, and here's what it's about. A lot of it, and I'm not speaking particularly about her.
Right.
It's about basically it's a power grab. People are looking now. She just wants a bigger seat. Obviously, that's not going to happen because, again, petitions go in the circular file.
Well, the thing is, too, I mean, sure, a boycott, there's not many people that are going to boycott an airline if they don't accommodate this woman. They're not. It's not the same as what's going on with the Los Angeles Dodgers, where you have a lot of people saying they're going to boycott that game, okay, because of the Sisters of Perpetual Indulgence, that blasphemous, ugly, disgusting group, okay? That boycott will work. This woman's not going to get anybody to sympathize with her. You want to know why? Because Americans still recognize there are times you have to accommodate people who, because of circumstances that are beyond their control, they need help. This woman's circumstance is well within her control. She could lose 150 pounds. She should for her own health, I think. Okay. But it's like everything else, Joe. Somebody's got a disorder, and I'm supposed to sit here and say, "Oh, isn't she just so wonderful?" She's unhealthy. She's unhealthy. And no, I'm not going to uproot my whole business because you refuse to lose weight, because you're too big for the seat. I mean, and I don't think that that's unjust. It's unjust if somebody has a disability. Okay, somebody's got a disability. Let's say, for argument's sake, they got injured in war, in an accident, and something like that. Of course, that's a disability. This is not a disability on this woman's part. Here's my final comment, and then I want your final comment, Joe. For me, from my point of view, this woman's heavy by choice. By choice.
Well, I can't say that because like I'm thin naturally. Some people are bigger, naturally. I don't want to go in that direction. In my view, I don't know if it's fair, but at the same time, to your point, um, if you are obese and we all go to get physicals, and the doctor tells you during your physical you fit based upon your age, a certain bracket, you got to work at it for your own benefit. As far as a business accommodating that, I don't think that's going to happen, sadly. Air travel stinks for everybody. It stinks for me. And to be honest, I feel sorry for her in the sense that she's going to be uncomfortable. But again, I don't think you're going to get anywhere. And even with this whole idea of being, looking at women in a different light, which she's trying to basically ride on, I don't think she's going to get anywhere.
I don't either. Thanks for joining us here at the Frontline with Joe and Joe. Stick around for more great content.